Republican state legislators want to ban abortion in Indiana with limited exceptions in cases of rape and incest and when the life of the pregnant person is at risk. Indiana Public Broadcasting's Brandon Smith reports on the Senate Republicans' proposed legislation.
Senate GOP leader Roderick Bray says his caucus's goal is to promote more adoption and less abortion. Senator Sue Glick emphasizes the bill will not affect access to contraception or the morning after pill, also known as Plan B.
This bill does not affect treatment of miscarriages, treatment of ectopic pregnancies. It does not affect in vitro fertilization procedures.
But people in states with bans similar to Indiana's proposal have had trouble accessing life-saving medications and treatments that are sometimes used for abortion. Senate Democratic leader Greg Taylor says this is a step back for Indiana.
Just watch when people get a hold of this piece of legislation and find out that we have an outright ban on abortion in Indiana. It's going to get worse.
The first public hearing on the bill is Monday. For Indiana Public Broadcasting, I'm Brandon Smith at the Statehouse.
Brandon joins us now for more on the GOP's plan for the special session. Brandon, along with the new abortion legislation, the GOP is talking about providing more money for pregnant persons, children, and parents. What are their proposals?
Well, the House and Senate versions differ a little bit, but generally they want to spend anywhere from $50 to $78 million in the short term on a variety of new and existing programs as well as tax exemptions. So it seems like a certainty that the state's adoption tax credit will be increased. Maybe an additional tax exemption for children. We could see more money for nurse-family partnerships. We could see more money for childcare, access to contraception. But Democrats feel like, one, that's not a lot of money, and two, there's a lot being left out, as Senate Minority Leader Greg Taylor said.
Where's support for families in child care? Where's support for families that need assistance just to get by?
These proposals don't go as far as some other states, which are pushing for total bans and even criminalization of abortion. What do you expect the final bill to look like?
It seems likely that it won't get less restrictive, only more restrictive potentially, with fewer exceptions or harsher enforcement of the provisions. But we still got a lot of time left. It's not clear how the House feels about the Senate's bill, so there's a lot still to be worked out.
As you noted before, there is pushback from Democrats and others. What kind of opposition are you expecting?
Quite a bit, understandably. We have already seen letters from faith communities and faith leaders opposing the legislation. We've seen a letter signed by more than 200 businesses who oppose the legislation. Medical organizations have sent their own letter to legislative leaders and the governor outlining what they think legislation should look like. But we're also getting pushback from anti-abortion groups who feel like the bill doesn't go far enough. So right now it's hard to say who's happy with the bill.
Now, at the same time, during this special session, the Assembly will take up legislation on inflation relief. But the GOP isn't in agreement on what to do, are they?
No, the House GOP wants to do roughly what the governor does, which is $225 checks to everyone who filed taxes in Indiana last year. And if you didn't file taxes in Indiana last year, the House GOP plan would allow you to apply to the state for that $225. The Senate doesn't want to spend that money on checks to individuals because, as Senate Leader Rod Bray says, he agrees with economists who think that might actually add to inflation.
We're not passing out money to individuals. We are providing them to save some money on their utility bills, which everyone's going to pay.
How long will the special session last, and is there anything else we should watch for?
Well, for sure we know the schedule for the first week, which is full of committee hearings and floor votes. We don't know what the schedule is for the second week, but it can't go much longer than that. Lawmakers have to be done by the end of the day on August 14th, because that's how long special sessions are only allowed to last 40 days, and the clock officially began running back on July 6th when the special session was supposed to start.
Very good. Thank you, Brandon, for your reporting. We appreciate it.